I first made my millions of dollars. The first time I ever became a millionaire was with Webcam Studio. Yeah, this is how I first ever made money. I mean, I was a kickboxing world champion, but kickboxing's not boxing, right? So I'd make like $100,000 a fight. You fight 2 or 3 times a year. You pay 20% to your manager. And I didn't consider myself rich, like 30, 40 grand chunks, twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, living in London. London rents, need a car. You're trying, like you're not rich in any way. And that's actually the reason I retired, because I woke up one day and I thought, I'm giving 6 hours a day of absolute focus and energy to this. And I believe I'm smart enough that if I put that much tenacity into something else, I can be a multimillionaire. I was like, I've realized now I've reached the pinnacle of kickboxing. My choice is either to change over to MMA, which I was offered to do earlier in my career, but at the time the kickboxing contract paid more money. I had to pay the bills, so I went with kickboxing. Change over to MMA, learn to wrestle, change over to UFC, blah, blah, blah. But this is also like 7, 8 years ago where even the UFC didn't pay the money it pays now. If you're like top 5 or champion, yeah. But most of the dudes you're going to see there in the prelims, they're getting 10 grand a fight, 9 grand a fight. So it'd be like starting my career all over again. And at the age of 28, I thought, I don't have the gumption to start again. I wanted 30 or 40,000 every month. I thought if I had that much money, I could do whatever I wanted. That's what I decided I wanted. I thought like everyone else did that, everyone puts their money in the bank, and the bank takes some of other people's money and lends it out. Who's a pro gold guy saying buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. So I'm like, maybe I could open a strip club and like be a pimp, be a gangster about it. They all wanted to come London, live with me, and thought I was a big boy millionaire and all this stuff. Well, partially because of that, and also because they met me. I turn up, I fight, I win the world title. I thought, man, I investigated strip clubs, way too much money. But this asset class of beautiful women was kind of on my mind for a few days. I was on one of those websites where you used to download like free games and bullshit from. And in the corner somewhere it said, hot girls want to talk to you now or something. Not because I was interested, but because I thought I have hot girls. And it was one of those webcam websites. And I was like, so these girls sit here and talk to dudes for money. It's 50-50. I mean, it depends on the girl, depends what she wants to do. But the majority of the job is not based around being naked. The majority of the job is based around being entertaining and being easy to talk to. And the guys who are talking to you need to find you, that you need to remember their name, remember their dog's name. You can't just be a girl and be a bimbo and be naked and make money. You have to be really smart, charming, interesting, happy all the time, positive. So I messaged all 5 of my girlfriends, told them I had a job for them, explained to them what I was going to do. 4 of them agreed. All 4 flew in, sat them around the same table. They were all like, who's she, who's she, who's she? I'm like, well, you're all my girlfriends. 2 more left. And then 2 stayed. And that was the beginning of my little attempt at a webcam empire. And I put the girls there. And my role in it all was I did all the tech side of stuff, which was the first thing, of course. And then also, and I get called a pimp a lot, but the reason I use the term is because I don't see it as a negative term. I see it as positively inspirational and motivating person. I'd motivate the girls. I'd make sure they did their job properly. If they had a bad day online, I'd come up with a good excuse for them. They're going to get offended. It's like, no, beautiful women wanted to work for me, and they wanted to work for me because I displayed supreme competence. And they knew if they worked for me, they'd make a lot of money. So whenever I was out, I'd meet a waitress and say, well, look, you're working 10 hours a day for pennies. You can work 10 hours a day for me, make 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month. And over time, I just built up this big little empire of webcam girls. At one point, I had 4 locations, 75 girls working for me. So I had girls who would live in the house, and then we'd have rooms that they could book in and do X amount of hours. A girl could come and do 1 a week or whatever. And then, very much exactly like you said, they'd go online. I'll tell you why it's very low. It's low because every time a girl would quit and try and do it by herself, she'd make a fraction of the money overall because she hasn't got the instruction. And women have a very different mentality to money than men. If you show a woman how to make $1,000 in an hour, she'll think, I only have to work an hour a week. Whereas if you show a man how to make $1,000 in an hour, he thinks, I can make $18,000 a day. That's the difference between us.